Hello everyone, hope everybody's doing great today. Appreciate those who be watching this video. I hope you enjoy it. If you do enjoy it, hey, hit the like button, subscribe. I can guarantee you that nobody covers the wide variety of shows and movies or even books. I haven't done a book review in a long time, but nobody covers the variety of stuff that I do. I can almost guarantee you that. I cover stuff from America and all over the world, countries, stuff that's going on today, in the past, just whatever interests me. I try to talk about it. And since I'm going back in time here to 1994 to talk about The Crow, I'm sure a lot of you have already seen this. Feel free to leave your comments below. Interested in hearing what you had to say. So why did I want to watch The Crow for the second time? The first time I watched this was in the movie theater. Well, a while back, I watched this movie with Charlie Sheen called The Wraith, something I've seen as a child, and I revisited it, just like I'm doing today. And there's a lot of similarities between The Wraith and The Crow. If you've never seen the movie The Wraith, it was back in 1986 when it was made, and it was basically about a guy who comes back from the dead to get revenge on a gang that murdered him. And I can't say they raped his girlfriend because the gang leader liked his girlfriend, but he came back from the dead and, got his revenge. The only difference really between this movie and the other movie was that in The Wraith, the dude has like a futuristic car. He has like an awesome car and he drag races these gang members, and during the drag race, he kills them all. That was how he got his revenge. In this movie, The Crow, another reason I wanted to watch it because I wanted to see the Godzilla movie, and they had the remake coming out of The Crow, and I was like, damn, why do we have so many freaking remakes and sequels today? So I'm not gonna watch the remake. I'm just gonna go and enjoy the original because the originals, that's always a little better in my opinion. Well, not always. But anyways, sometimes they can do a little bit better. But I was like, I'm going to go back in time, watch the original The Crow. Now, when I was a kid, when I was a teenager, I went to see this at the theaters. To be honest, I didn't really enjoy it. I thought the movie was too dark. And I'm not talking about the storyline. The storyline is dark. But the movie itself, the lighting was bad. I don't know if it was just the movie theater or what, but it was just too dark to really see what's going on at the theater at the time. So I didn't really enjoy it. And another thing I didn't enjoy was the idea that he was kind of like invincible type of thing. Something I really didn't like about the Marvel movies, the later Marvel movies before Endgame, was that the heroes started becoming invincible type of thing. So those are things as a teenager I didn't enjoy about the show. But I will say, as an adult, rewatching this after 30 years, I did enjoy it a lot more. And I watching this, I can really understand why The Crow became an iconic show, iconic movie. Brandon Lee kills it. I didn't want to say that. I didn't mean to say that. I'm serious. I'm not going to cut it out. But he really does a great job of portraying this character, Brandon Craven. Hopefully I didn't move this up the first time. Yeah, I think it's Brandon Craven. But, he really does a great job portraying that character. He really got into it. He does a fantastic job. He was, at the time of this movie, he was starting to be like one of my favorite action heroes, type of things. Action actors. And I really did enjoy his other movies. Unfortunately, I haven't really seen those since they came out 30 years ago. I can't really find them anywhere. But I remember really liking it and being really saddened on when I found out of the accident that happened while making this movie. I'm not really going to get too much into that. But there was like a lot of rumors and conspiracies on why that happened. But let's get into The Crow here. Now, rewatching, I don't know, I was watching on Amazon Prime on my little tablet and I feel like I actually could see what was going on a lot better. While the movie was still dark and rainy and all that stuff, I actually could see what was going on the screen a lot better than I remember when I went to the actual theater to see it. And I really did enjoy, like I said, Brandon Lee really does a terrific job portraying this character. He's spooky. He's kind of out there. You could probably, he's kind of, at times he's kind of spooky, and at times, he just really lets it loose. I feel like they gave him a wide range of just how to portray this character, and he does it very well. There's kind of like modern day Heath Ledger-ish Joker to him type of thing. Now, it wouldn't be Heath Ledger influencing him, of course. It'd be him influencing Heath Ledger in this if it did happen. But he's just off the wall, and I can see how in real life, if you met somebody like that, you would be kind of scared and intimidated by him, and not only because you can't hurt him, but just how his actions is. His mannerisms were, I'd say, dead on in this movie. Has great action sequences. Loved it, and it was less, how he's probably more known for his martial arts. It's less of that stuff, and more of the shooting and stuff like that. And I just loved how he was able to get the way he got his revenge. Basically how those people were in their lives, kind of how they ended up dying. So I really liked the storytelling that the director did in this. And like I said, like the character, the Crow, is very iconic. If you were a big wrestling fan back in the day, or you know anything about wrestling, and you know about Sting, you know how he portrayed his character off of the Crow. All black, the black paint and the white paint and the black streaks and stuff like that. Very well done. And on this one, unlike the movie The Wraith, you actually get a storyline about how he's able to come back, why he was able to come back because of the tragic death of him and of his fiance at the time, and how sometimes you're able to come back to put things back in place, and kind of get your revenge because it's so tragic how you died and stuff like that. So I did like that storyline. They also kind of throw in the fact that I guess it wasn't in the comic, that the Crow was kind of like his Achilles heel, but they didn't really go much more with that. They did get an attempt of harming the Crow, but they kind of failed in that aspect. Spoiler alert there a little bit. So this is a great fashion, revenge story. Got a little heart into it, especially when you talk about the little girl and her relationship with her mother, and how he and his fiance was kind of like her big brother and sister taking care of her, and how that carried over to when he comes back, he kind of knocks some sense into this little girl's mother, and then kind of how that relationship evolved from there. So that's I like how it has that heart into this movie. And then our bad guys are just hardcore villains. There ain't really nothing redeemable to them. So you do got that. You got like true love type of thing, because he came back to avenge his fiance, and not so much about how the gang kills him, but what they did to his fiance is the reason he came back. Unlike The Wraith, where the guy just came back because they murdered him, so he was getting personal revenge. This is more, as I saw it, the Crow is getting more revenge for his fiance and her and the tragic death that she had. And then you got a little bit of political stuff with the policemen. How they were really trying to get to the villains type of thing. They didn't really have the power to do so, or even the courage really to do so, and stuff like that. So you got that kind of thing, how the cops are kind of useless in this regards. But yeah, I really did enjoy it. I would say I do. Well, if I watched this back in 1994, I was giving this review in 1994, I would say recommend with caution, like I said, because I didn't really like it that much as a teenager. But now, I don't know if it's because of age or what, but I do like it. I liked it a lot more in this time. Really did enjoy it. Props to Brendan Lee doing a great job with his character. Sad what happened to him during the filming of this. If you do some research on it and you hear about all the stuff that was going on behind the scenes, it makes you think that maybe stuff would have been different if that stuff wasn't going on. But you never know. It's hard to say. Anyways, hope you enjoyed this review. If you did like it, subscribe. Like I said, I cover various shows and movies from all across the world. Stuff that comes out today, stuff that came out in the past, like this. Do a lot of the Asian stuff now, like South Korea, like a lot of their stuff coming out now is really good. Really enjoy the German and Polish stuff. It's really good too. Starting to get into some of the starting to get to a little bit more of the African stuff. They call it Nolly World, like some stuff from Nigeria. It's good as well. Be watching more of that stuff, and Latin America. And I really enjoy learning about different cultures and stuff. That's why I watch their movies. You get a lot from their cultures, from a country's culture, but what kind of movies and TV shows they put out there. Just like how they learn about United States. And I hope you guys have a great day. Until next time, bye.